please. Hold, 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 please. Brown Girl Bella. Hello, babes. Welcome back to Brown Girl Bella. Happy Bellamas, everyone. It is day number 14. Woo, we made it halfway through, babes. Who is in the house today? Let's see who's in here, and let's give you guys a welcome. Let's see who's in here. Let's turn on our music. Hang on. Here we go. Here we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in Village Food Season. Hi, welcome in. New, hi, sweetheart. Welcome in. Burns, hey, sissy, welcome in. Hey, Lori, I hope you're feeling better. No worries. Hey, sissy, Sharon, hi. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, everybody. Hang on just one sec. I need to do something in the background. Hey. Yes. Come on, y'all. Hey. Yes. Come on, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. Hey, let's get it. Let's go. Yes. All right. Hang on. Let me pause. Because we ain't up to that part yet. Again, welcome everybody. Thank you all for coming to another live session. We're going to talk about this dark side of beauty and the $1 billion lies, honey, the $1 billion lies. Last week we roasted celebrities. Today we roasted people in the beauty industry. You never know what you're going to get at any given moment. Dream is here. I just had to push her out of the way because she was over by the heater. So now she's laying on the little heart-shaped rug. That's her spot. That was Dream's spot. That was Brooklyn's spot before Dream. They love that little heart-shaped rug. So that's where she's at now. All right, babes. Hey, Rare Sunshine. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right, babes, let's get right to it. This has been heavy on my heart for a lot of reasons, and we're going to get into it. I tell you, although I love the beauty industry, I know that with every industry, including beauty, there are some dark sides to it too. But never more did I feel that way than I really did this year, because I've just been noticing a lot of things that, for me personally, haven't been sitting right with me. And not all things that glitter is gold. You know, there is a dark side of this beauty industry. And unfortunately, things like excessive packaging, waste and plastic pollution, unsustainability, resource consumptions. There's still huge problems with the cosmetic industry, and it has had devastating effects on the environment and also our overall ozone layer. So we're going to dive into some of that. We're also going to dive into some of the negative sides as it relates to influencers. Beauty packaging alone amounted to over 120 billion, one report said, each year. And with mental health problems with influencers like body dysmorphia, social anxiety, low self-esteem, psychological stress, eating disorders, excessive working out, and more. And there have been direct links between the beauty industry and influencers and the rise of BBLs and other cosmetic enhancements. So we're going to dive into that as well. As a matter of fact, we're going to jump into that first, and then we're going to get into the environment and the sustainability and all the things that are draining our resources and infecting our environment and really are having devastating impacts on the environment overall. So first and foremost, I did some research before I came on to the show today, and also did some research earlier on in the week. What I've been finding out is that for a lot of the influencers, they're actually being offered to go in and have these procedures done in return for promotion. So you might see or hear influencers talking about the places that they've been and the things that they're getting done, whether it be things like weaves or extensions done with their hair, or a procedure in-house for their face, fillers, or what did I see the other day? A vampire facial. People are getting breast augmentations done in a barter system like that. BBLs are done like that. And when you do things like that, that cause you to have to go under anesthesia for these procedures to be done, if they're doing it for free, basically, or for barter, for promotion, a lot of the times they're not going to be doing safety checks and health checks. They might get an anesthesiologist who might have been just out of school and need some clinical hours in order to complete something, their hours for whatever certificate or courses that they're taking. So they will cut a lot of corners just to make sure that they're not totally out of pocket a lot of money in order to barter with this influencer to get the procedures done. So they're being offered free or discounted Botox, but also BBLs as well as breast augmentation. There was a young lady, I think she was like 19, and already at 19, as a influencer over the past 2 years, she herself has undergone a lot of these procedures. In the 2 years that she's been an influencer, she's had breast augmentation surgery, she's had cheek fillers, she's had lip fillers, she's had rhinoplasty. That is 4 procedures already, and she's only 19 years old. She just started in this industry not too long ago, 2 years I think she's been in it, and already she's had 4 procedures. Just to give you a basis of the price range of some of these things, the first thing that she had, which was the lip filler, retails for about $1,200. Right. And she actually paid that, but she paid it by posting illicit content to her OnlyFans account. So in order to pay for her first surgery, which was the lip filler, she went on to her OnlyFans account and posted illicit sexual natured content. Then after that, she posted more about her physical transformations, whether it is tummy tucks or her 60 plus tattoos that she's had. She's also had breast augmentation that I told you about, cheek fillers, lip fillers, and she also got her nose done as well. She has about 415,000 followers. So it makes it easier for her to not only afford some of these things, but also to barter with these doctors in order to get these procedures done. The more followers you have means the more money that you can bring in, but it also means bigger discounts for these cosmetic procedures. So a lot of surgeons, a lot of clinics, and even these so-called medical spas are targeting influencers in order to get free promotion for their facility. Yeah. Yeah. Just stopping to see what you guys are saying. Yeah, at 19, her body is not yet developed. Sharon, you are absolutely right. Elevate with Vern says, wow, my goodness. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was reading this earlier this week and up till even today, and I can't tell you the things that I have read. I was just horrified, just simply horrified at the amount of lengths that not only these influencers but also like these facilities, they are targeting these young influencers and saying to them, oh, you can do this, you can do that, I want you to try this out, try that out. And really, what was the catalyst for me to say, I need to talk about this. What was the catalyst for me was a company had approached me to get a service done. I'm not going to say what the service was, but it wasn't anything like major. Um, but to get this procedure done, and basically they'll pay for it. They will, if I go in and I vlog about all of the things that go on in this facility and vlog my experience, they'll pay for these things to be done. And I said no. One, because I don't need the procedure that they were offering, but also I'm not willing to sell my soul. And I truly believe like that is selling your soul in order to um, bring this experience to my subscribers. Now, I love facials. I will go and get a facial. I will go and get, you saw my eyebrow shadowing video. I didn't mind that because that was something that I wanted to do. And I was already in the process of getting it done. So them saying, do you want to vlog it and all of that just reinforced my agreement to go and get it done. But had they approached me with it, I might have been a little bit like standoffish, and I might not have done it with that particular facility. I still wanted it done, but I don't know if they had approached me versus me wanting to get it done anyway, and then it just being a mutual thing, if it would have been something that I would have done had the roles been a little different. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy the amount of BBLs, and we're seeing like people are dying from this. People and it's all because of the anesthesiologist. What you don't understand is, to be an anesthesiologist, you have to go through rigorous training. You have to go through clinical um, uh, classes that you have to take. You have to log in a certain number of hours in order to be certified as an anesthesiologist. And so one of the ways that some of these quote unquote medical clinics are bringing in talent to act as anesthesiologists when they're not fully licensed to do so is to barter with their school or whatever college or university that they're with, and say, I would be willing to sponsor that person, give them the hours that they need if they do a certain number of procedures in my office with me and assist me in that endeavor. They're not fully licensed yet. They don't have their license to practice yet. However, these doctors are luring them with the promise that, if you do a good job, I might, hire you on. Like, there's a lot of shady practices that when I read some of the things that's going on, I said, you know what, that absolutely reaffirms my notion that there was something going on with these anesthesiologists where people are passing away, and it always seems to be because of a pre-existing condition. But when you dive in further, you find out that the people who were working on that person were not fully licensed or had something shady going on in terms of the practice that they were in. So yeah, it's really crazy. Unbelievable, Sharon says. Sharon said, I'm a Black girl. I don't need all that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Influencers. So yeah, influencers. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Sharon says, everything they do to augment the body I already have. Why pay for stuff I already got? They make their money to look like us. Absolutely. Despise how they use the word drugs instead of medicine when referring to what Oprah is using now to maintain weight loss. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's the other thing too. A lot of people are using um, diabetes medications or medications that were designed. I'm just pouring my wine of the day. This is the wine that I opened in the advent calendar. This is the Wild Child 2001 Verdejo. Yeah. I mean, there are drugs, Ray of Sunshine, they are drugs. They're drugs designed for diabetes or people with diabetes to manage and control your diabetes. One of the side effects of that is that you can lose weight. So things like Wegovy and I know people were taking there's another one that it just flew out of my head, but there are a number of them that are on that say wavelength that are injectables, and because of those injectables they are able to lose weight. So, Ozempic, that was the name of the other one. I was like, what is the name of that other one? So it's Ozempic, it's Wegovy. I take Trulicity, but I am on the border of having type 2 diabetes. So I've been taking Trulicity, but that does not seem to be the same severity with Trulicity that you see in like the Wegovys or the Ozempics. Of the world. So Monjaro is the other one that has been seeing significant weight loss. But Wegovy is so popular right now, and that's a once a week injection, like most of these ones that I'm mentioning now, Trulicity included. A lot of people are able to get these for non-diabetes use. So they're using it to lose weight, which is one of the natural side effects from it. But what they don't tell you about using these injectables is that the minute that you get off of these injectables, you then are susceptible to gain the weight back, right? Because one of the side effects is that you feel that you are sated, that you had enough food. So it doesn't really give the brain those prompts to say, I'm hungry, feed me. I'm hungry, feed me. So this is why people are able to lose weight quicker with these injectables, is that they're not feeling that hunger. And so when you do it and manage what you eat and exercise, and if you have type 2 diabetes, or even if you have a problem with your weight and you want to use it for weight loss, unfortunately, in order to maintain that, you're going to have to stay on those injectables. And the goal really is not to stay on any of these injectables. The goal is to manage your diabetes. Again, this is what it's used for, to manage your diabetes so that you don't have to take these injectables, so that you can step down from taking them. But again, everyone is using it for needs other than diabetic use. And again, you are going to have to stay on there. Now, the dark side of using these injectables is that you can develop some very serious side effects to taking these injectables. One being pancreatitis, which is a swelling of your pancreas. You can get sudden and severe stomach pains, chills, constipation, nausea, vomiting, fever, lightheadedness, a lot of really, really bad things on these injectables. Also, when you take these injectables, you cannot eat any foods that are high in fat, and you can't eat any fried or greasy foods. And alcohol as well are one of the two most important things to avoid when you're taking these injectables. So again, you have to take the good with the bad. And unfortunately, a lot of people are promoting the good. Oh, I would lose weight. Oh, my face is clearing up. I don't have acne or what have you. And unfortunately, with that, you come up with a lot of different other side effects that you wouldn't have had you not taken that injectable. Hang on. Ray of Sunshine said, I always wondered about Kanye's mom procedure and or aftercare. Yeah, so again, that's a good point, Ray of Sunshine. The anesthesiologist that operated on Kanye's mom fell into that category that I mentioned before. They were not fully licensed, and she did have a pre-existing condition, but I don't know if that was the main factor that contributed to her death, or if it went hand in hand with the anesthesiologist who was not licensed to perform that procedure. So Lou says, yeah. Yeah, OnlyFans. Yeah, she did an OnlyFans to pay for her fillers. I'm like, this is crazy. Hey, P and Q Grind, welcome in. Yes, pancreatitis is very serious, very, very serious. And also, one of the other things is paralysis of your stomach. Now, your stomach can get paralyzed from, again, the injectables injected into your stomach. So one of the ways to take a lot of these injectables is to put them into your stomach so that it's a main and direct line to your pancreas, which you want to slow down the production of insulin. So what happens with that is if it's paralyzed, it doesn't move, right? So it doesn't know how to regulate the sugar. And so with that, if it's paralyzed, you can end up in serious, serious health risks if your stomach is paralyzed, because your pancreas doesn't know when to start expelling the insulin, or even if it needs to produce more insulin, it just won't move. And that's a very, very serious issue. And as a matter of fact, it's so serious that it could lead to you not having a life. So they are very, very serious side effects to take when you don't have that condition. Oh yeah. These are very serious drugs to take when you don't have that condition. Yeah. Ozempic, has been linked to a lot of, absolutely. Hey, everybody saying hello. So basically, don't learn anything, laugh out loud. You just take literal drugs to lose weight, not vitamins. Wow. Yeah. So they're not really exercising. They're not watching what they eat, none of that stuff. They're just taking it as, like I said, as a weight loss drug. Now, if you are morbidly obese or you have a serious issue or you are borderline type 2 diabetic or type 2 diabetic and your doctor prescribes this for you, of course, yes, you take the medicine that your doctor prescribes for you. But if you're just looking for a quick fix, which in a lot of cases, unfortunately, these people are looking for quick fixes to lose the weight rapidly. Wegovy and Ozempic are really fast acting drugs in that same line that will allow you to lose that weight really, really quickly. But again, for the sake of having an hourglass shape, I don't want to be sexy and in a casket. I want to be sexy and still be around to run around and chase Dream around, to run around and, chase my grandson and or future granddaughter, what have you, around. I don't want to sacrifice who I am and what I am for the sake of a quick fix of a Wegovy or a Ozempic. Oh, P&Q, your son is type 1. Yeah, so your son automatically does not produce any insulin, so they have to, unfortunately, be monitored around the clock. Yeah, I have my god brother's son. One of his sons is type 1 diabetic as well, so he has to have his meter and his pump on him, affixed to him at all times, because they need to monitor his blood sugar levels at all times. So yeah, I totally understand that. But you destroy your body. Yeah, you get this quick fix, but the payback for that is that you could potentially destroy your body. Absolutely. P&Q said, I asked my doctor about the Wegovy to assist me with weight loss. Okay, what did the doctor say? I'm curious. No, man, not I, said the fly. I know that's right. I know that's right. Short-term results without considering long-term complications. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. No problem. I love to educate my babes. Now, let me educate y'all about this wine, though. This is very good. It has like a little spicy kick to the end. Very, very nice. Hey, P&Q. Oh, P&Q said my stomach is paralyzed from my gastroparesis. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Now, are they saying that the Wegovy or the Ozempic, I forgot which one. Oh, Wegovy, I think you said. Did they say that the Wegovy will help you with that? Because I would think it'd have the opposite effect. Sharon says, again, that's dangerous. My God, that's scary. Yeah, I appreciate my health and wellness business. Yes, absolutely. Get it done the right way. Get it done the right way. All right, so let's continue with what I was talking about. So again, the industry of plastic surgery has been totally boosted by social media, and it has been popularized and glorified almost certain procedures as beauty standards. And, that is scary to me because people like a cosmetic surgery enthusiast who runs a beauty focused YouTube channel said that she's seen significant increase in the willingness of cosmetic procedure providers to advertise through social media influencers. So again, seeking these people out and luring them in with the carrot of I will provide for you a service in exchange for you posting about my business and getting people to come in and pay for these procedures. So back in the day, in the good old days, these surgeons, they wouldn't advertise. You would have to go to your doctor and they would then recommend someone to come and help you with that. Dream, what are you doing? I saw her go somewhere she wasn't supposed to be going. You're going to go back downstairs into your room. So now they're just advertising with young people. They're popular on all social media networks like TikTok, like Instagram, and cosmetic physicians are really posting a lot of young people. And you can see that, these are the people that they are targeting for as patients or future patients for their business. All right, everybody say bye-bye to Dream because she's going back downstairs. I got to bring her back downstairs. Hold, please. Where is it? Hold, please. 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 Okay, sorry about that. I am back. It's so hard to concentrate when she's up here because I constantly have to watch her because she gets into everything. She's not like Brooklyn was, where Brooklyn would just lay in her bed and chill while I'm doing these live streams. Dream wants to be everywhere. And so I've got to watch her out of all sides of my eyes because if I don't, she'll get into something. So sorry about that, babes. I know I lost a few, so hopefully they will come back. She said, nope. Good. That's how I know you've got a great doctor. Good. she's looking out for you. And at the end of the day, you have to trust your doctor to give you sound advice. And so I'm glad that she said no. I know that probably was not what you wanted to hear, but in the long run, I'm sure she'll find something that you can do to lose the weight. But again, losing weight rapidly or taking that medicine when you really don't need to is not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it, sis. So I want to get back to a couple of points. Yeah, her doctor is a keeper. I saw that. Yeah, her doctor is a keeper. Absolutely. P&Q said I was getting Botox injections through EGD, to assist with my stomach, but my geo doctor stopped due to long-term risks. Absolutely. Yeah, she's sweet, but she gets into everything. So I can't have her appear if I'm not actively watching her. She don't know how to behave. That's the thing. She don't know how to behave, PQ. She don't know. Meanie mommy. No, I'm not meanie. I'm not meanie bird. But I don't want her to, get into too much. I don't want her to get into, and there's too much stuff up here. I mean, I got, gifts that I need to send out to my babes. I've got holiday cards, too much stuff that she can chew or nibble on and get into. And I don't want to be rushing to the vet today. I don't feel like doing that now. Mercy, she had to take Dream downstairs in the middle of a live. I knew it when she gave the mama stare. Yes! Listen. Dream said, I'm going to make you not ever want to have another puppy ever again after this. Because she sealed the deal for me for sure. I was like, I cannot deal with another puppy. Not even a little bit. All right, let's get back to this this horrible, unfortunately, dark side of the beauty business. As I left off, I think I was telling you guys that more and more of these spa clinics and medical spas, they see these influencers as the cheapest and most effective way to attract new customers and bring them to the business. The 19-year-old that I mentioned previously that had a lot of these procedures done, she had 4 and counting. She said that she had done a lip blush procedure. And basically what that is a procedure that deposits reddish pink pigment in the lips through a tattoo-like process. So with a needle. And it is supposed to not only plump your lips, but also to deposit that pinkish hue that many of us have naturally. I know I have a naturally pinkish blush lip naturally when I'm not wearing lipstick. This is to kind of deposit that, to mimic that look. This is a $600 treatment. And she got it for free and advertised to her followers that they can get this procedure for $200 off the $600 price. So basically for $400, they can get this same look. Now, if you're a young, impressionable mind with disposable income, you might be inclined to take them up on this offer. But remember, I said one, this is a lip blush deposit of pigment into your lips through a tattoo-like process. So they're going to be using a needle and injecting pigment into your lips. And lips are a part of your skin. Skin is the largest organ of your body. And for me, when you are injecting things into your body, be it your lips, your breasts, your buttocks, whatever, there is a chance that whatever you are injecting would spread to other parts of your body that you didn't want to have it done for. So that is the whole basis behind like those fat transfers that you see a lot of celebrities and a lot of influencers get. Yeah, I want to have my fat transferred out of this place and moved into my breast or moved into my butt to firm it up, to maybe make it more round, all of that. But the thing about those fat transfers is that the fat that you're transferring to it, the fat that you are transferring to, thank you. I didn't even finish my wine. I can't even make a sentence today. The fat that you are transferring to can move just like regular fat moves. It moves from one side of the body to the other side of the body. What happens is as you're taking out these fat cells and you're reinserting it into another place, remember, this is a foreign object that you are inserting into your body. Even though it is part of your body, it's still a foreign object to the place that you are inserting to. So what happens in that case is that the cells in your body see a foreign object coming and it starts fighting stuff. That's why they say when you inject these fat cells into you, you lose X percent almost immediately because your cells are fighting that foreign object that's in there and they start eating away at it. Then what happens to the rest of those cells is that they settle in to the place that you put them. Now, that does not mean, babes, that it stays in that position that you put it in. So let's say, for instance, I did a fat transfer out of my stomach and I wanted to put it in my hips. Well, some of that fat may in fact go to my hips, but some of it may go back to my stomach. It may travel to my arm. It may travel to my breast. It may travel to my buttocks. It may travel down to your feet. Yes, we have seen documented cases where fat transfer has transferred into any place where there is a hole that they need to fill. So it's not necessarily going to go exactly to that place. It may migrate to somewhere else. So again, that's a little dirty secret that not a lot of plastic surgeons will want to tell you because again, it might dissuade you from going and doing these procedures because hey, who wants fat transferred into their toe and then one toe is like larger than the rest of their toes, or it transfer into your thighs and now one thigh is larger than the other thigh. These things can happen, but again, not a lot of people want to tell you the risk factors that are involved in this. Let's see what they're saying. Yeah, Sharon, it is craziness, right? I'm listening while serving dinner. Oh, okay. What you having? Lord have mercy. Indeed, indeed. See, don't mess with your body. The Lord made it perfect. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the thing you have to realize. Not a lot of people will tell you these things. But again, this young 19-year-old who got popular off of OnlyFans and now feels like she needs to get all of this free stuff. But again, the price to pay for that is to then tell your 15,000 subscribers that this is quote unquote good for you. And this procedure, I came out of it fine and I can do all of these things. But look what happened in the case of that young comic, was it DC Young Fly? His long-term girlfriend and the mother of his kids lost her life from going and having a medical procedure done. So again, these are things that they don't tell you. One of the articles that I read was NBC News, and they said they spoke with 12 social media personalities with audiences ranging from 100,000 subscribers to more than 10 million followers. And they say how they feel pushed and they feel the need to look perfect and be perfect in both real life and online. So again, it's causing these influencers to go and get these cosmetic procedures. Some get something, as simple as a lip filler or a lip injection. But again, even these so-called simple procedures, they can go wrong. The fillers that you might get, they may deflate immediately. They may produce other side effects because, again, you are introducing a foreign substance into your body that your body was not prepared for. And so their natural instinct when there is something foreign in the body that's not supposed to be there is to fight against that. So that's why a lot of these surgeries and these injections, they fail or they don't last as long because the body is fighting against that. So again, out of the 12 people that spoke with NBC News, half of them have described feeling addicted to body modification because of the fact that they are influencers. I get it. There are many things that I personally would love to change about my body, about, my face, about things that I have going on, but I'm not willing to sacrifice my life for the sake of modification of these things. I'd rather diet, exercise. I'd rather, just live with what I have or learn alternative ways to get my desired results without putting my body at risk. Again, anyone with a cell phone can see this. They just prey on these young people. There was another kid who has 12.8 million followers and got his first cosmetic procedure, again, lip filler injections, when he was 18 years old. 18 years old, as Sharon said before, your body is still developing. You haven't even fully developed yet, and you're already introducing these things into your life. So again, these procedures, as long as we keep glorifying it and as long as we keep giving license to these people who have them done by saying, oh yeah, good job, oh she looks great, or she looks this, or she looks that, it's going to continue to feed the monster, right? To feed that cosmetic monster. And if you already have self-doubts about your body and what it looks like and things that you want to have done, then you would be susceptible to maybe taking up on someone's offer to fix those things for you in exchange for your positive endorsement of their clinics or spas or what have you. So again, hashtags, when you look at TikTok, when you look at Instagram, look at the hashtags for plastic surgery. Look at the hashtags for lip fillers, even the BBLs and the breast augmentation. Plastic surgery and lip fillers together as well as separate, they have about 26 billion with a B, billion views. That means people are actively searching for plastic surgery and lip filler content on Instagram as well as on TikTok. They are filled with people of varying ages, but some as, young as in their teens and on up to older women and men too. It's not just women who are searching for these hashtags. There are men that are searching for these hashtags as well. The phrase daddy makeover is getting very much popular on TikTok and Instagram, as well as the mommy makeovers. It's getting to popularity levels where there are millions of people who are searching for these terms. So it's not just germane to women, it is also men who are succumbing to these issues as well. Sharon says, I can tell. Yeah, I mean, even when you look at things like men who are going to get like units for their hair, I just saw a guy who got like a whole weave process. And the person who was installing his weave, like they took us through the whole process of like layering the glue, getting the kinky hair, cutting it down, making it look like it grew from his scalp. And when the hairstylist was finished, he absolutely looked fantastic, but he also looked great bald too. So it was one that took him from bald to now having a full head of hair. And I was like, that's great if that's what you want. But again, at what price are you sacrificing for your followers who are susceptible to any type of undue influence? You're taking yourself from bald to having a full head of hair, and you're going through this whole process, but that doesn't mean that that same process will work for the masses. It may have worked for you, it might not work for the masses. You saw that too, Sharon? Yeah, I mean, it's really, really quite shocking how they did this whole transformation. But again, if I'm looking at it and you're looking at it, and we're not really susceptible to these types of influence, but I think of these 19-year-olds, these 18-year-olds who are already struggling with body dysmorphia and are watching these videos. They think that this is going to be the answer to whatever feelings that they have of inadequacy. And a lot of times that is just a short-term temporary patch on the situation. A lot of times when you look at people who get multiple surgeries, they're not just satisfied with that one surgery. They want to now feed the beast and have multiple surgeries because they're never going to be satisfied, because what they're looking back at in the mirror to them is an unfinished piece. And so they feel they need to get all of these other procedures done in order to feel whole. But again, the hamster wheel just keeps spinning because they never feel sated with any of these procedures. They will continually have more. And then when you get multiple procedures done, you got to remember these only last for a few years. And then you have to go back in to get retouched or refilled or what have you. And that also starts the hamster wheel one more time, because when you go back to get these retouches, then you're like, oh, well, what if I do this? Or what if I add that? And again, it goes on and on and on. So again, you're never satisfied. Yeah, they call it retouched. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So again, if you look at people who have had plastic surgery done, they didn't just stop at their breasts, or they didn't just stop at a BBL. The average person who has had plastic surgery has had 3 to 4 procedures in addition to that one procedure that they had. So that means that they're going in multiple times to get procedures done. It's not just the one. Okay. So there's another woman who has a medical spa in Texas and who performs a variety of non-surgical cosmetic procedures. When they come in, she says they come in with pictures of people on Instagram and people on TikTok, and they say, you know, I need my butt bigger, or I need these things done. I need breast augmentation. I need my nose done. I need lip injections. I want to look like this. And there was actually a few years ago a person, I forgot their name, but they actually sent in a picture to their appointment of Kim Kardashian, of Kim Kardashian, and they said, I want to look like Kim Kardashian. And they literally sat there and said, I want this of hers and I want that, like picking the woman's body parts apart, saying they want this, they want that, they want this, they want that. Not even realizing that Kim Kardashian no longer looks like Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian went in saying she wanted to get these procedures done. And so her body has morphed from who she was originally to who she is before you today. So Kim Kardashian doesn't even look like Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian looks like whoever's picture that she brought in to look like what she looks like today. So you're comparing yourself to a person who no longer exists. And I don't think that seeps into the minds of these impressionable, and I'm going to call them, you know, these new generations, but even my generation, they're still going in and they're getting stuff done. People who are like 5, 10, 15 years younger than me, they're still going in and getting this done. So it's not just for the 19 and 20-year-olds anymore. The ones who are 30 and 40 on up are still getting plastic surgery done. Hell, Madonna's in her 60s and she just got cosmetic surgery done not too long ago. Remember that? She was on a famous award show with the aftermath of what she had done to her face to look like Madonna from 25, 35 years ago. You're not that person. You're not that person. And no matter how you try to turn back the hands of time, chronologically, you're still going to be your age, right? So even if you get these procedures done to your face or to your body, inside, you're still that age, whatever that age is. So my thing is the outside does not match the inside. And you always have to temper that to say, okay, I've done all of these different things to now improve my appearance or improve my body shape and what have you. What have I done in here to improve my mindset? What have I done for my body to make sure I'm around for the next 20 years so that when I need to go back in 20 years and get these touch-ups done, that I'm in a physical shape to do that? Because again, Donda West, part of the reason why she had passed on is one, because of age, two, because of her pre-existing conditions that did not allow for her to be under a knife and under anesthesia. And the anesthesiologist who performed it was not board certified. And that's the main thing. If you want to get these things done, you have to go to someone who is board certified. That means they went through all of their clinical trials already. They went through all of their clinical tests. They went through all of their things that they needed to do in order to be a licensed professional. And now they went through that extra step of being board certified. Remember, I had my podiatrist on here, Dr. Kai, who taught us all about board certification and how you need to look for that when you're going and interviewing doctors for whatever reason, making sure that they have that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So to continue on, again, I want to just say a couple of things as we wrap up this portion. One, and this is a statistical fact, individuals between the ages of 20 and 29 only receive 3% of total filler procedures and only 1% of total Botox procedures, according to the 2020 data collected from the American Society of Plastic Surgeons. Right? Teenagers make up an even lower percentage, according to the same data. The Food and Drug Administration has approved the use of fillers that can be injected and then safely absorbed into the body for adults over the age of 22. But that does not mean that younger patients can't get them. Right? A consenting adult or a minor with parents' permission can receive off-label fillers, which are fillers used in a way that are not covered by FDA guidelines. So that means that they can go and get these off-label fillers, which we don't know what is in those fillers, right? We know what are in the FDA regulated fillers because those have been approved for use, but there are countless ones that have not been approved. Remember, Cardi B was saying that when she first went to get her butt done, she went into the basement of someone's house to get them done. And she doesn't know what they filled her behind with, but it caused her to have, some side effects. K. Michelle is another one. She's a famous singer, and she went and got butt injections, and it made her very, very sick. And so she ended up having to take those out about a year or two ago because she kept getting constant illnesses because of her body's rejection of those fillers. So she had to remove everything. And a lot of other celebrities are following that mode too and getting things removed from their body because they're starting to see some of the harsh side effects from these injectables. The medi spas and the medical cosmetic industry is currently, as of 2021, valued at $4.8 billion. That's billion with a B. Valued at $4.8 billion. These spas have now become popular destinations for simple procedures as well as those more extensive procedures that require anesthesia. So you hear a lot of people talk about they're going to the DR, or they're going to Brazil, or they're going to all these exotic locations to these different medical spas. They're having these procedures done in a place that probably is not board certified, are not using board certified materials, probably not using a licensed anesthesiologist, and you are entrusting these people to inject you or insert into you foreign objects in a foreign country that you don't know what these things are. This is what our beauty industry has become now. Also, 52% of the doctors who were on site less than half of the time. So the surgeon who does your procedure, they may come in, do your procedure, and then they're gone. So they're not there for your aftercare. They're not there for when you come out of the anesthesia to tell you about what's going on. 9 times out of 10, they're coming in, they're doing the procedures, and they're going out again to do another procedure, or they're going on vacation or what have you. They don't owe you that aftercare because, one, they're not board certified. 2, you probably didn't pay for it, because if you're going to have these procedures in another country, that means you're looking for a savings or a discount, which means you probably cut a lot of corners in order to keep those costs down. One of those costs that they don't really explain to you in a lot of cases, but it is in actuality, is that they're not there for the post-op surgery consultation. They come in for the consultation, they come in for the procedure, and then they're gone. Again, most recently, as this past February, 2 men in Las Vegas were charged with performing procedures at a beauty spa without having proper licenses. So, as I mentioned, these people are not board certified. A lot of cases, they're probably not even licensed, but you're entrusting them with your life to get these procedures done. All right, let me check again at the chat and see. Yeah. Burn said, yeah. I mean, you got to think about this. You're entrusting these people with your life, but they can't be bothered enough to make sure that you're okay after you come out of anesthesia. Another young lady, Ashley, who has more than 400,000 Instagram followers, said she was offered free fillers and cosmetic procedures even when she had a smaller following than 400,000. She says she went overboard getting free fillers every few months. And then after she's done this for a while, she finally started documenting her journey on TikTok and showing what she looked like and some of the botched fillers that she's had over the years. She says in a lot of her TikToks that she wishes that she had someone to tell her, no, don't get any more fillers. She thought she looked cute, and she, thought nothing was gonna go wrong until, guess what? It did. One of the fillers was moving into her upper lip area, and she started getting really irritation in this part of her lip, and it started to expand. So the fillers had migrated to the top of her lip and then started protruding outward. So she had to, again, go back to someone to get those injections pulled out from her upper lip area. So now she says, she doesn't want to go back and do any more procedures other than the procedures to correct her past inserts of injectables. But again, until people start saying this is wrong, stop doing this, and enough people make their voices heard, it's going to continue doing this. So I really wanted to shed a light on this so that if someone is listening within the sound of my voice and we're thinking about getting something done, again, take all the necessary steps to make sure that whoever you are going to get this done from, you're taking the proper steps to ensure that you are safe in doing so. That's my goal for this evening's conversation, not to tell you whether or not you should get it done, but just to educate yourself on the facts and to shed a light on what is most certainly not talked about enough, which is the dark side of beauty and this $1 billion industry, and how they just keep feeding us lies after lies after lies. And eventually it just needs to end. So I also wanted to talk about the fact that we are killing this planet. We are absolutely killing this planet with a lot of waste from beauty products. Now, you all know I love beauty products. I've built my channel talking about beauty products, luxury beauty products. But a lot of the luxury products that I use, they are not yet on board with sustainability and clean beauty in everything we do, not just in the products and what the ingredients are in the products, but in the actual products themselves. So, for instance, one of the things that I am going to be looking for a lot more as we move into 2024 is this notion of sustainable packaging when you are buying these beauty products. Now, you all know I love me some Pat McGrath. I love her to death. But one of the things that really was a source of contention with me was in her packaging products. She used to use a lot of sequins, and actually I have, where is it? Oh, here it is. I actually have one of my makeup brushes. All of these are from Pat McGrath's packaging, where she had all of these sequins. Now, rather than throwing them in the garbage and risking, plant life or birds or what have you choking on these things and dying, I chose to put them in my makeup holders so that no one else can have access to them. But not everybody did that. So that was a lot of waste that was going out into the atmosphere. These sequins, she used to use like these little plastic black squiggly things to like coat her boxes so that the products don't shift in transit. Those also were very wasteful because you could not recycle those. And so a lot of times, all of the packaging that came in her products were wasteful pieces that could harm the environment. She has since changed over her packaging to a more sustainable packaged product. And in fact, some of her packaging that we make fun of, myself included, in the beauty industry for having like all of these different packages, when you look at them, yeah, they're not as pretty as the black lacquer that we all know and love, but these are cardboard. So when you're finished with them, you can probably recycle these. So if that's the case, then this is definitely something that I think all beauty companies should be moving towards. All right, Verse, thank you for coming. Is more sustainable packaging. High-end brands like Prada have been using recyclable products so that you can use their products over and over again. Charlotte Tilbury has come out with her products. This is one that has sustainable packaging. This is called the Brow Cheat. What happens with this is you can twist off this piece right here and refill. And you keep this so that when you get another one, you can just put it right back into the vessel and you have it again. So things like this will be better for our environment because you don't have to buy the whole packaging over and over again multiple times. You just buy that refill. So I see a lot of companies are moving towards that and not necessarily just using products that you have to use and then when it's done, you throw those away. So that's another thing that I am happy about because more and more companies are starting to get on board with having sustainable packaging in their products. And that's a great thing for our environment. That's a great thing for us as a consumer of products to be able to say, when I'm done with something, I can recycle it and they can make something else out of that material. So those are things that I really want us to consider more as we are consumers of different products, not necessarily just beauty, but also anything else that you purchase. Take a look on the back and see if it has that recyclable symbol, which lets you know that you can recycle these materials and that it is a product and there are materials that are good for the environment that will help us make other products out of it and not having to use so much paper and plastic constantly. Another thing that I wanted to make sure to impart with you today is not necessarily beauty related, but it definitely is health related. As we go into the Christmas season and we're buying things to make dishes for our friends and our family, take a look at the labels on your products, not just the meats and the fish and the dairy, but also your dry products as well. I was recently in a TJ Maxx store and I saw a box of coffee. And I went to pick it up because, it's my favorite brand. I was like, oh, maybe I'll, get some coffee that's on sale. I happened to look at the expiration date and the product had already expired a month ago, yet it was still on the shelves. And that has been happening to me more often than not. And it's not just beauty related products, it is all products. So I implore you, babes, take a look at the expiration date on your products and make sure that one, the expiration date is clear, it's not blurry, it's not imprinted on top of maybe another date, because that's another trick that they've been using now. So when you look at the date, you're like, is it 23 or 24? I can't quite make it out. If you can't quite make it out, don't purchase that product. Leave it on the shelf. I cannot tell you how many times I have brought home maybe a loaf of bread or a carton of milk or creamer, and the product had a date that was stamped on top of another date, and it was expired product. And then I had to go back to the store. So make sure you are looking at these expiration dates, that they are clearly marked, that you take a look at everything, because everything has a shelf life, right? Whether it's makeup, food, everything has a shelf life. So take a look at the shelf life on the products that you are purchasing and make sure that they are within the correct time frame so that you're not buying exposed and expired product. All right. All right, babe. So that was it. I wanted to leave you with this information as we head into the holiday season. I know a lot of you are purchasing gifts for friends and family. So make sure that you see that recyclable symbol on the backs of your products to know that you are not only buying something wonderful for your loved one, but also you are taking care of our planet because we only get one and we need to take care of it. Until next time, babes, I will see you back here soon, actually tomorrow for day number 15 of Bellamas. And until then, you have now been Bellafied. Take care, babes, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for Bellamas day 16. Bye.